Good morning and welcome to day 4 of our Flutter wrap sew along. Today we'll be working on the sleeves, or if you've chosen the tank option, you can definitely add the binding today. So for the sleeves I went with the Flutter sleeve, which luckily doesn't need to be hemmed, so I have one less step to do today. These sleeves will be added in the round because yesterday we've already sewn the side seams. Now we're not going to be adding the sleeves flat, we're going to be adding them in the round. So for that you need to start by creating your sleeve simply by folding right sides together on the inside of the arm and just sew with a 1/2 inch seam allowance on either one, on both sides. Because the Flutter sleeve does not get hemmed, it will be a raw edge, just so it flows nicer. You will have to finish the serger stitch one way or another. There's a few ways that I've mentioned in the blog that I wrote a couple of years back here on Parents for Pirates about how to finish a serger seam. And I will link that in today's blog too. So for me, the easiest way is to just knot it off. You could definitely get a crochet needle and weave it inside. You could just knot off by tying the two stitch, like so. Here. Just cut this thread off and find the two threads and just tie them off and knot it. Either way you prefer to finish this. If you're using the regular sleeve with either short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, I'm not sure if that's in the pattern though, or long sleeve. Yes, it is. I've done it actually. You will need to hem them with your cover stitch or your twin needles or simply folding twice. The Flutter doesn't get hemmed. So I'm repeating the same steps. I fold my sleeves right sides together and sew it here. Another super quick day. I told you, besides the cutting of the fabric on the pattern, the rest of the sewing itself is not that hard, especially since a lot of the stuff doesn't get hemmed like this or the flounces. Alright, so I have my two sleeves. I'm going to turn them right side out. And remember, we cut the notches for where the shoulder seam is and the back and the front. So we're going to be making sure we add them the correct way to the dress or the shirt. Alright, so I'm turning my dress inside out and I'm going to match my shoulder seam and side seams, making sure that the side that has the one notch goes to where the front of the dress is. So I know this is the front of my dress, so I know that the sleeve with the one notch, that part goes to the front of the dress. That's why the two notches are there, the 2 and the 1. All right. Make sure that the sleeves are, of course, right sides together to the dress. This is the shoulder seam and this is the notch for the shoulder seam, and I'm matching that. You can definitely put a couple of pins and then you'll be sewing in a circle. If you're doing the Flutter sleeve like I am, this is pretty much all you have left to do today. If you're doing the regular sleeves, you'll have to hem them also. If you're doing the binding, you have 2 bindings to add. Again, 1/2 inch seam allowance. And of course, repeat the same step for the other sleeve. So this is my shoulder seam, front of the dress, and the flutter sleeve that stays unhemmed. Super cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. And once that is done, just make sure that once again you snap a picture of your progress and post it in the comments of day 4 of the Sew Along album in our Made for Mermaids and Patterns for Pirates Sew Along group on Facebook. That will count as your daily check-in progress. And tomorrow we'll be back and we'll be sewing the waist ties and the front neckline, I believe. And if you've added the flounce to the front, obviously you'll be adding that as well. I'm not adding flounce to the neckline. It's just a simple binding. So I will see you back here tomorrow. And again, don't forget to post your progress. Talk to you soon. Bye.